Hello everyone, I'm Extra Cheesy 87 and this is Let's Play Danganronpa V3 Part 43. In the previous video we started the Chapter 5 class trial and we're trying to figure out whether or not Kaito Buddy is actually dead, and if so, how did he die? We're going over the crossbow that Himiko delivered and how Himiko probably couldn't have killed Kaito with it.
But I don't believe someone without the proper training could have assembled it.
Well, what if Maki taught Himiko how to assemble the crossbow?
I mean, it's possible, but we have no reason to...
She didn't teach me that! Right, Maki? What's wrong? Are you mad about before?
I mean, you did start screaming at the top of your lungs, Maki's the killer, basically.
Sorry. I thought they were gonna suspect me, so I lied.
I really have to question your morals if you're blaming Maki for your lie, Himiko.
I don't think you're allowed to say something like that.
I'm sorry, Maki. Please, can you tell them the truth?
Fine. I'm not going to lie.
That was a lie, by the way.
I didn't teach Himiko how to assemble the crossbow. She couldn't have used it.
I mean, I believe that.
See? I told you! It's just like I said. Everyone who suspected me needs to apologize right now!
Okay, I don't have to say anything then.
She changed back so fast. I think I might have whiplash now.
Then, why did you bring the crossbow to the hangar, Himiko?
I was asked to.
Asked to? Perhaps the person who asked was... Kaito? It's either Kaito or Maki. I think it was Kaito. I think Kaito himself wanted it.
That's it! Was it Kaito?
Huh? Kaito?
Only Kaito or Kokichi would have asked for a crossbow to be brought to the hangar. Because Kaito knows how to assemble the crossbow, he certainly could have used it. Knowing that, I can't imagine that anyone else would have asked Himiko.
I do not think she would bring it at Kokichi's request.
Of course not. Why would I ever listen to Kokichi?
'Cause I know you like me.
Nuh-uh! I hate you!
But I like you.
Shut up, Kokichi.
Hey! Don't play with Himiko's heart!
Weird. But to think that Kaito asked Himiko to do that... Maybe Kaito was trying to keep the promise he made yesterday. Don't you worry, I'll do something about all this. That's a promise. I know you guys are working so hard, so I can't just sit back and relax.
But why were you keeping that a secret, Himiko?
Well, Kaito sorta asked me to keep it a secret.
I'm trying to think. Why would... Because there is still also the aspect of Kaito probably knowing that he's gonna, like, die soon due to whatever sickness he had. Like... So he kills Kokichi. Right? Like, I get that. But I just don't get why he would then either actually kill himself or pretend to kill himself.
Then Kaito died and I got scared. I thought it was gonna be next.
Now, it could have been that he let himself, or he killed himself, to make it easier to convict him for being the killer in case there was a class trial, in the sense that he had already be dead, so he kind of like went ahead and took that, upon himself, and then just trusted Shuichi to be able to figure out, like, what the hell happened?
You're the worst for trying to pin the blame on Maki just for that reason.
Because I can't think of any, like, it just doesn't seem in his character, right, to actually try and get away with a murder.
Maki, teach this dumb monkey the true terror of human beings.
Don't bully the person you like.
This is way beyond bullying a grade school crush.
Himiko, when exactly did Kaito ask you to do this?
I think it was around evening yesterday. I was so nervous about fighting Kokichi, I couldn't get to sleep. So I took a walk near the hangar, and that's when Kaito called out to me.
Or
I
why
got
would you go
startled
walking in the
and
hangar?
wet myself a little, and then he asked me to get him a crossbow.
That one part was, you know what? Never mind. So if Kaito asked for a crossbow, does that mean he was going to kill Kokichi?
No, he said it was to disable Kokichi. I wouldn't have helped him otherwise.
Yeah, disable him by disabling his brain by shooting a crossbow bolt in it.
I trusted Kaito and took a crossbow from Maki's lab.
Now, did you get poison as well?
That's when I witnessed Himiko.
Because that's another aspect we haven't really established, is how the poison got in there.
But then, what did Kaito do after he had the crossbow?
I don't know. I just handed him the crossbow, then went right back to the dorms.
Presumably, Kaito tried to attack Kokichi, only to be disarmed of the crossbow. And then, Kokichi returned fire and shot Kaito. That sequence of events seems logical.
No.
No, it happened a little differently. Both Kaito and Kokichi shot the crossbow.
And there's proof of that. Well, I guess we'll probably use Kokichi's clothes here to prove that he was shot, right? That Kaito shot. Okay, yeah, the evidence that Kaito shot.
This is it! Remember that when we found Kokichi's clothes, there were holes in the back and sleeve. The same kind of hole that was found in Kaito's coat.
So Kokichi was shot by the crossbow too?
And it was Kaito who shot him, right?
I'm not sure. I don't remember anything like that.
You don't remember whether or not you were shot?
There is no doubt that they shot each other with the crossbow, but...
It doesn't matter.
Huh?
It doesn't matter what happened in between. In the end, Kokichi killed Kaito.
Now, yeah, Maki's been acting strangely, but why? Does she know something? Yeah. If so, what does she know?
Maybe
Like, I mean, they're really
Maki's
like, hey guys, just
doesn't
Maki's
matter
acting
what
weird.
happened in the middle. 'Cause in the end, there's no mistake that Kokichi killed Kaito.
Then let's hurry up and vote.
No.
No, it's too soon. There are still mysteries.
Who cares about that? We already know who the culprit is.
Maki, quit trying to kill me!
You sure about that?
Huh?
What? Now he's joining in?
Yeah, it's against the rules, Monokuma.
As the one running this trial, it bothers me when anyone says mysteries don't matter. It affects the overall entertainment value, so I encourage you to really think about things. After all, there should be some mysteries that still matter. For example, is Kokichi really inside that exisal? Stuff like that.
What?
What are you saying? We already finished that discussion a while ago.
No, you just kind of like moved on without even really thinking about it.
Kokichi's gotta still be alive since the killing game's still going. His voice is even coming from the exisal and everything.
But we heard it speak in Kaito's voice earlier, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, don't rely on that. After all, this exisal has a voice changer.
Hey, what?
Ha! 'Cause of that, nobody realizes I'm pretending to be Kokichi. But no more! Sorry for the wait, guys!
Don't jump next to me like that.
Stars has arrived. This time for real.
Oh, sorry, Shuichi, I accidentally stepped on you. My bad, bro.
What? What's going on?
I told you, I'm Kaito. I was just pretending to be Kokichi is all. There's a bit of a situation going on, so I didn't really have a choice. Sorry about tricking you guys like that. My bad.
Huh? So Kaito's in there after all?
No, nobody's in there.
Don't be stupid. How many times are you going to be tricked by him? That's Kokichi pretending to be Kaito.
Hey now, Maki Roll. Don't you believe me?
Don't ever call me that!
Whoa there, chill. You really think I'm Kokichi? I mean, I guess I understand. Sorry, I can't really get out of this thing right now.
Why not?
I can't move because of the injury I got from Kokichi. It's so bad I can't even stand. That's why I'm in this exisal.
Is that so?
But if you guys don't believe me, then we can't move on. So, you're up, Shuichi.
But I don't believe you.
What? Me?
Explain to everyone how I wasn't the one that died.
Okay, I mean, I could maybe do that, but it's not gonna explain that you're in the exisal. I'm pretty sure the exisal is just, you know, nobody's in it. Kaito's alive after all? No, maybe that's just what I want to believe. Is it really true? What story does the evidence tell? Does that story end with Kaito or Kokichi being the victim? I mean, it could be both. I need to give a well-reasoned answer to the question, and soon. I can't look away from the truth. The victim of the case is... Most of the evidence we have now shows that Kaito is the victim. What's the matter, Shuichi? You gotta say it with confidence. I can't look away from the truth. Okay, never mind. Okay, I guess we have to say it's Kaito. Trying, I really am, but I can't think of anyone other than Kaito. Most of the evidence we have points to Kaito.
Hey, what's the matter, Shuichi? Just hurry up and tell everyone why I'm not dead. Should be easy.
No, I won't. Because you're not Kaito.
Which is, I mean, that's true, but that doesn't necessarily mean that, you know, Kokichi's still alive.
Kaito is already dead.
Despair will never die! Good, good! This is already more entertaining! Now, the Ultimate Academy is proud to present... All right, let's give it everything we've got!
I guess we'll watch it. We skipped it the last few times. We'll watch it one more time, I suppose. As we all go flying in the air. Does the robot also get to fly in the air? It looked like he was on his own little pedestal there. We're just gonna... Okay, maybe not. Hey, it's Kokichi! It's Kaito! Okay.
I suspect that Kaito is inside the exisal.
Okay, with the exisal?
That he can't leave the exisal because he's injured.
Injured?
Anyone who knows about Kaito's injury can make that claim.
And we missed the first one.
Kokichi got crushed and
Did you
Maki!
watch the footage? Kaito was
There's gonna be
the
a
one
lot
who
of
got crushed.
Maki!
But there was an arrow hole on Kokichi's shirt.
I got this. Kaito's clothes
Shuichi.
had arrow holes too.
I want to believe Kaito is...
The
Maki!
mastermind is still alive. Inside that exisal.
why are you so opposed?
I got this. Because the evidence doesn't support the claim that Kaito is still alive.
So we gotta do it again, but...
I suspect that Kaito is inside the exisal.
We aren't too consistent. Our vision is we have to work together. Yeah, no,
I
Kaito's dead.
suspect that Kaito is inside the exisal.
Wait, exisal!
I got
Exisal!
this. Unless he comes out of the exisal, we can't confirm that.
Bro, wasn't even close.
Anyone who knows about Kaito's
Is it possible that Kokichi...
Maki!
But there was an arrow.
I got this.
Kaito's clothes had arrow holes too.
I want to believe...
Maki!
The mastermind is still alive. Inside the exisal.
I got this. Because the evidence
Doesn't support the claim that Kaito is still alive.
Oh, you gotta remember, X is not X. X is not X.
This is our answer.
It's a lot less, impressive when it's only 2 people.
I don't want to believe it. In a way, I still can't. But the evidence shows that Kaito must be the one who died. I hate it. I hate it so much. But it's the truth.
I see. If that's the conclusion you've arrived at, Shuichi, then there must be no mistake.
Then the one here is...
Looks like I messed around too much.
Sorry, that was just a little joke.
What a sick joke!
You're still an asshole.
True, and I can't forgive him. But we still need to stay calm, be rational. Because we need to get to the truth of Kaito's death.
Yeah! Just keep calm and carry on!
Why are you saying that? What part of that was calm?
Getting back on topic, why don't we examine the crossbow a little more closely?
Oh, shit, I forgot it.
I think we need to get all the facts straight, so we don't fall for any more lies.
I agree, but what do you think, Maki?
Fine.
Okay, let's discuss that then.
Why are you acting like you're in charge of things?
So if we assume that Kaito and I shot each other with the crossbow,
yeah, how's that gonna work exactly?
then the most efficient way to solve this is to set up a timeline of events.
Because, I mean, if Kaito shot him twice, how the hell is Kokichi gonna overpower Kaito? Kaito is like... I mean, everyone's kind of short in this game, but, like, Kaito's a fucking giant, right? I mean, it's only Gonta. Okay, Korikyo's tall, too, but, like... How the hell is Kokichi gonna overpower Kaito? You know? I guess Kaito was weak, now that I think. Yeah, because they did establish that, right? Where he's, Kokichi actually kind of could. But, I mean... That was Kokichi without being shot in the back.
Hey, I said, why are you...
Alrighty then! Let the debate begin!
Oh, it's spinning, dude. Crossbow, black case, electro bomb, use electro hammer. Oh yeah, we still have, I forgot about the whole electro hammer stuff, right? That's one of the reasons why Maki was initially suspicious to me. So crossbow, 3 arrows.
Oh, 5.
I feel like it's 3 arrows because we haven't used that yet.
What was even going on?
Or poison.
As if you need to ask, you were there!
The crossbow was in Kaito's possession first. He probably fired the first shot at Kokichi too.
Okay.
Then Kokichi disarmed Kaito, took the crossbow,
Took the
and
crossbow.
returned fire.
I didn't take the crossbow from Kaito. I secretly brought a different one!
Okay, no, don't buy
But
that
only
for a second.
one crossbow was taken.
Only one
The
crossbow.
other 2 are still in my research lab.
That's correct.
Still, only 1 arrow was fired.
Oh, you fool.
That's wrong! Wait, Himiko. What do you mean, 1 arrow?
Me? Well, I only gave Kaito 1 arrow.
Oh, that's interesting.
Are you positive?
Of course! There's no way I got that wrong.
Well then, that's strange, because... There were 3 arrows in the bathroom, remember?
3? I know I only gave him 1!
Gave him 1.
Kaito even told me to only bring him 1. He said he wanted to avoid fighting.
There were 3 arrows at the scene, but Himiko said she only brought 1. What's going on here?
Maybe Kokichi had some hidden away?
Why would Kokichi have 2 arrows when he didn't have a crossbow to fire them?
But we know for certain that 3 arrows were recovered from the scene. And all 3 arrows had blood on them.
And altogether, their clothes had 3 perforations in them. So we know for certain that they shot 3 arrows at each other.
And where did those arrows come from? I don't think that Himiko is lying. There must be some angle to this we haven't considered yet. The Maki factor. What is it? What could have happened? Think. I need to think. Oh no. Okay, it's not Hangman. I just hold A to go faster, right? Oh my god. He's done it. A true legend at driving in a straight line. Can we hit a little multi-track drifting there? No? Okay. Oh, we actually hit, oh my god, for the first time ever we hit something. How many arrows did Himiko give Kaito? 1. Uno arrow. Mm-hmm. I'm thinking. I don't... Okay, one would be far left. It was probably 4 arrows, actually. That's the real answer. Oh, we got a little greedy. Oh, there was actually more on the left side. There was more on the right side that time. Ah! Okay, we obtained a hidden Monokuma. I don't want to talk about it. They were like off the road. Could I even have gotten them? I mean, at least the minigame has finally gotten slightly more interesting, but it's still kind of boring. Mainly just like the transition. Were all the arrows inside the hangar from the start? I'm gonna say no. I can't think of why they would have been there from the start. Oh my god, it's so fast, dude. And you still just have to drive in a straight line. No course correction, that's how you do it. Who brought the arrows? I mean, I feel like it's gotta be Maki, right? Okay, a third party. Could have been that, you know, either she noticed Himiko leaving her lab and went to investigate, noticed the crossbow was missing, then came to investigate, gave Kaito more arrows, something like that, or...
Could it be that the additional arrows were brought in by a third party?
At that point, maybe Kaito had already shot Kokichi and it ended up actually killing him, and then they came up with the plan to fake the murder.
Third party? So someone besides Kokichi or Himiko?
That's just a guess, though. There's no way a third party exists.
Like, Maki, you're not very good at, like, being a killer. At least getting away with it, I guess.
If a third party did exist, why would they bring 2 arrows?
Because, like, she's the most suspicious person who's ever been suspicious.
Kaito was the only one with a crossbow.
In other words,
I made
Red is
sure
very
I
sus.
handed it to him.
Kaito said he only needed 1 arrow. Clearly, he didn't want to fight.
Yeah, that's right.
So the other 2 arrows weren't for Kaito. They were for the third party to use themselves.
So the third party didn't hand the arrows through the window. Instead, they went into the hangar and shot the crossbow themselves?
Impossible. There was an alarm system and an electric barrier around the hangar.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, now at this point, like, I'm like, Maki's acting so suspicious that she's not suspicious. It was completely closed off, but can we confirm that? I feel like there might be another way. Some way that we haven't figured out yet. Also, what was the... Oh, yeah, because we don't still... It was in... We don't necessarily know that Maki only had 1 electro bomb. I'm overlooking something. Think. What method did the third party use to enter the hangar? Okay, I'm gonna say... It's either... Wait, what? Oh. Electro, I guess. Elect. Are these L's or I's? They look like I's. Maybe they're... Okay, yeah, I mean, they are. Exisol? Maybe? I saw an X. Okay, so Exisol? I don't really know how this answers the question, but... If I'm being honest.
I see now. That's it. The exisal. The exisal could be used to enter the hangar.
But I thought you couldn't fit, per se.
We couldn't get in because of the alarm system and the electric barrier. But that shouldn't have been a problem for any of the exisals, right? So if you wanted to enter the hangar, all you had to do was pilot an exisal.
I saw an exisal enter the hangar last night.
I'm trying to remember. Like, maybe that's just my misunderstanding, but didn't they imply that, like, nobody could fit in there? That they're just for the Monocubs? Like, would you even be able to? I guess, you know, because they were originally potentially maybe assuming the story about the Hope Peak stuff was true, that the exisals are there to be used by people, so I guess you could have fit.
So was this third party piloting it?
By the way, I just want to confirm something with Monokuma. Would the alarm still go off if there was a person inside an exisal?
Well, I wasn't trying to keep this secret, but since it's about the details of the hangar, I guess I can tell you guys. It makes sense that the alarm system and electric barrier wouldn't react to an exisal. After all, the hangar is where the exisals are supposed to be stored. It'd be a hassle to disable the security every time an exisal comes and goes, you know?
That didn't really answer the question.
So even if someone is inside an exisal, the security system wouldn't catch them. Because it'd be a hassle to leave the exisal every time you have to put it away.
Okay, so I've been assuming it was because she actually stole 2 electro bombs and just kept one of them hidden.
So it's like Shuichi said? A third party got in an exisal and entered the hangar?
But can just anyone pilot an exisal?
Well, Kokichi,
It's surprisingly easy. If you use both hands, both feet, and both nipples, you can do it.
Nipples too?
Anyway, this third party commandeered an exisal and infiltrated the hangar.
Like, the joke was funnier without the, and the nipples too, like, it's, you know, it's like a subtle whatever. It's kind of mildly humorous, but you kind of ruin it by, like, drawing extra attention to it.
That same person must have brought the other 2 arrows with them.
I told you that's impossible. There's no way you can get through security if you pilot an exisal. It's not possible.
What? Not possible?
Maki, what are you talking about? What are you thinking? What do you know? What are you trying to hide? Why won't you tell me? Okay, Monokuma file hatches electronic lock. The 2 exisals, one was in storage with its cockpit closed, the other was in the middle. Oh yeah, I forgot about the hatch being open. And its cockpit exposed, there's enough space for one person to fit. There's electronic lock on the hatch that only the Monocubs can open. But I mean, I guess you could use the hammer to open that. I would assume that would shut down the entire exisal, but maybe it wouldn't? So hatch, electro bomb, front end shutter. It has marks on it as though it was struck by something sharp. So maybe that's what she's trying to say, is that, oh, if I didn't know the passcode, I couldn't have gotten in, but I guess if you smashed it or something?
That's not possible.
I didn't pay attention to what he was saying.
Is operating the exisal really that difficult?
I guess we'll farm some HP here.
Do we even know how to get inside an exisal?
I mean, I
Outside the
don't.
hangar, there were 4 exisals.
4 outside the hangar.
And they were all moving too.
I was controlling them remotely.
electro hammers weren't an option. Yesterday, all the hammers were still recharging.
There's no way to stop an exisal. So getting inside one would have been
Do
impossible.
we have Electro Hammer? Yeah, we do have used Electro Hammer, so maybe that. I mean, there's a few contradictions. A, there were only 3 Exisals at the scene, right? There were 4 at one point guarding Monokuma, but it depends on the timeline. It's not impossible. There's one way to stop an... Okay, so it's
If
this.
someone was piloting the...
That's not
It was
possible.
towards the end, I think. Gotta use your
Know
nipples?
how to get inside an exisal? Outside the hangar, there were 4 exisals. And they were all moving, too.
I was controlling them remotely.
Electro hammers weren't an option.
Okay, not yet, not yet.
Yesterday, all the hammers were charging.
Wrong.
Wrong!
Incorrect. False. Be gone.
Wait, not all of the electro hammers were being charged. I know because I found one. There was a used electro hammer near Monokuma and the Exisals.
It is kind of weird to just leave that lying around.
Is that electro hammer used by the third party? Maybe they used it to disable an exisal.
Yes, I think so. When I saw them last afternoon, there were 4 Exisals. But this morning, there were only 3.
I noticed that too. Was the missing Exisal taken by this third party?
Shuichi is getting warmer. How about you say the answer right now? Who did it? Who is this third party?
I mean, I'll say it. The identity of the third party. Electro Hammer gives us a clue. Saw 4 Exisals at the scene yesterday when I went to meet up with Kaito. Morning when we tried to get into the hangar, there were 3. Culprit must have used the Electro Hammer between yesterday afternoon and this morning. There's only one person among us. Like I said, red is sus.
It's you! Maki, you're the third party we're looking for, aren't you?
What? It's Maki?
Yeah, I mean, it was like... I mean, they couldn't have spelled it out any more if they'd come out and said it, you know?
What are you saying?
Remember what Kokichi said.
Be careful, Electro Hammer runs out of battery pretty quickly. So if you use it against an Exisal, it'll run out of juice with just one shot, got it?
The electro hammer needs to be recharged for 24 hours after it runs out of battery. That hammer was used last afternoon, so it couldn't have been used this morning.
Oh, right. When we were all gathered in the dining hall this morning,
Maki, where's your Electro Hammer? I'm not weird, you're weird. I'm gonna fight a mech with a knife, dummy. I don't need it. I'd rather not use a weapon I'm unfamiliar with. This is much better. I mean, that's like the most suspicious shit ever. A knife? Well, I suppose, you know, like maybe she brought like a rocket launcher? I'm like, okay, I could kind of get that, but like bringing a regular ass knife and we're about to potentially fight like 5 mechs?
Maki was the only one without an electro hammer, wasn't she?
Knowing that, the electro hammer I found could only have belonged to Maki. And that leads me to the conclusion that Maki must be the third party.
Yeah, Maki, why you gotta do me like that?
She also knows how to assemble the crossbow and could have returned it to her lab later.
You brought a different crossbow than the one Kaito had, right?
Yeah, I guess that would make sense. That, so it could have been that the one arrow was shot at... And maybe Kokichi did get a hold of the crossbow, shot Kaito with it, but then the arrows in Kokichi are actually from Maki, not, Kaito?
Maki took 2 arrows and her own crossbow from her lab. disabled the exosaw with an electro hammer and infiltrated the hangar.
So that would mean that Maki is the one who would... If Kokichi's dead, right? If Kokichi was killed first.
Now we just have to figure out what happened after...
I'll kill your logic.
I mean, that's... You can't kill logic. That's not how this works.
Why are you doing this?
Because Shuichi fucking wants to live, bro. What?
Why are you getting in my way?
Because Shuichi don't want to die.
Getting in your way? Maki, what are you...
Yes, I'm the third party.
Huh?
I admit to going into the hangar with an exosaw, and then shooting the crossbow. I didn't kill anyone. I'm not the culprit!
Okay. I mean, you know, just, give us a reason to believe you. Crossbow, electro bombs, poison.
You're right.
I like poison.
I
Okay.
used the electro hammer. And I used the exosaw to enter the hangar, too.
To enter the hangar.
I also shot the crossbow there. However, I'm not the culprit. Because the crossbow is not the murder weapon.
Okay, you're correct, maybe. It's not that it's no use. She's not listening to me at all. I can't back down here.
I used the electro hammer.
You said you can't
And I
back
used
down.
the
Does that mean I
exosaw
don't
to
need to
enter the hangar,
advance?
too. I also shot the crossbow
I don't know if that's
there.
like a hint or if that's
However,
just...
I'm not the culprit. Because the crossbow is not the murder weapon.
The crossbow is not the murder weapon? What do you mean?
The arrows left holes in their clothes. Think about the locations of the wounds. They were on his arm and back. An arrow to each of those spots wouldn't result in a fatal injury.
Wouldn't result in a fatal
That's why
injury?
the crossbow can't be the murder weapon. Therefore, I'm not the culprit.
Okay, I don't think that Maki's like... What all do we have again? The way she scrambled to
The
defend
arrows
her?
left holes in their clothes.
So there's crossbow,
Think about
3 arrows.
the locations.
Oh,
of
yeah,
the
so if they were
wounds.
poisoned,
They were on his
that's
arm
what
and
we're
back.
going for. Yeah, if they were poisoned, that would kill
An
them.
arrow to each of those spots
Oh my god.
wouldn't result in a fatal injury.
Just get blasted.
I'll cut through your words! It wouldn't matter where the arrow hit, if it were poisoned.
Poison?
I noticed something about the poison in my lab during the investigation. There was just a little less in the bottle than before. If that poison had been applied to those arrows, they would have been lethal, no matter where they connected.
Maki, do you have a rebuttal?
What's the matter? Why don't you say anything? Don't tell me. Are you really the culprit?
There's no way she is! 'Cause why would she kill Kaito?
Well, I don't think she killed Kaito. Guys.
I can't understand if you don't explain anything!
Like, come on. Use your noggins. Get them to working. Get them to jogging.
Maki is still fighting.
Huh?
Because if she had 2
Fighting?
arrows, why would she have shot Kaito?
Do you remember that Maki said she would do anything to defeat Kokichi? Maki is trying to kill Kokichi in this class trial. She wants to kill the mastermind, a remnant of despair.
Then when Maki said she would sacrifice anything, she meant...
Sacrifice that Maki is talking about must be... I mean, all of us.
That's it!
Pretty fucking rude, if you ask
To
me.
sacrifice all of our lives in order to kill Kokichi.
I mean, you know, here's a way you could have done it. You could have just killed Kokichi and sacrificed yourself and not got everyone else murdered. You know, just saying.
Sacrifice us?
You'd be like, yeah, I killed Kokichi, fucking execute me. Go on, live a happy life, guys.
Then by hiding the truth, Maki was trying to get us to arrive at the wrong answer. Just to kill Kokichi and the rest of us along with him?
Doesn't that mean that Maki's the culprit?
She knew what happened and tried to hide it from us.
I'm still, like, a little confused by this angle. I don't fully think it's correct.
But that mischievous plan was ruined, all thanks to Shuichi here. Too bad, Maki. I already predicted this would happen.
You knew all along that Maki was the culprit. That's why you've been so calm.
This isn't over.
Yeah.
Maybe we do have the truth now, but this isn't over. We have a choice to make. We don't have to follow where the evidence leads.
Huh? What do you mean?
Split vote. Split vote, kill both of them.
Does this mean you're gonna vote for someone else, even if it's not the truth?
Someone else? You mean vote incorrectly on purpose?
What did you say?
Because, I mean, like, I'm still not... Like, Maki didn't kill Kaito, I don't think. You know?
Kaito told me that only I would be able to grasp what lies beyond the truth. That means finding the truth is not enough. We need to grasp the hope just beyond it. So Maki, please tell us the truth. The truth that only you know.
So Kaito said that to you. Then, does that mean you guys made up before he died?
Yeah, when I went to see him yesterday.
I see.
Still didn't get to finish the social link, though.
Okay, I'll talk about it. Especially since it's my responsibility for involving everyone. Shuichi, you're so persistent. Were you always like that?
No.
You think so? Maybe Kaito's charisma is starting to rub off on me.
That guy could be pretty stubborn.
Then, what really happened?
Maki, please tell us.
Please.
And so, Maki began telling the truth. A truth that would leave us all in shock.
Tune in for next week's episode of...
Don't just start narrating things, you're ruining the mood!
Well, I guess this turn of events isn't exactly boring either.
Intermission? Okay, that's intermission. Like the fastest intermission we've had. And I guess we made it through all the prompts pretty quickly. None of them really have messed me up. Really, it's been pretty smooth sailing since chapter 3, right? I think there was like a couple. Well, there was that one hangman in chapter 4 that got me, mainly just because world loops was kind of a weird way to phrase what they wanted, as far as I'm concerned. But
Well now.
and then the Monokuma and Cubs Theater segment began. But with all the Monaco Cubs destroyed, this segment was no longer possible, and so the curtain quickly fell.
The flashback light became the motive. When Kokichi remembered that he was a remnant of despair, I planned to kill him. I thought that if I killed him, this game, and the battle between hope and despair, would end. I was confident in my talent as an assassin. I knew I would be able to do it.
Okay.
We've tried to end this killing game before, but
You were naive.
Like, unless, like, she thought she was killing Kokichi and she actually killed Kaito? Is that maybe what happened?
huh?
That's what I thought. I knew Kokichi would take advantage of my naivete, simply because it's him.
Maki totally gets me!
That's why. I needed to settle it myself. I took the poison arrows and the crossbow, and broke into the hangar with an exisal. But when I entered the hangar, I saw something I never expected. Kaito and Kokichi were fighting each other.
Okay.
Kokichi was shot in the arm with a crossbow arrow, probably by Kaito when he fought back. Both of them stopped and looked at the exisal, most likely surprised by its sudden appearance. Kokichi immediately took out his remote and attempted to control the exisal I was in.
So far, this tracks.
I jumped out of the exisal before he could, and shot Kokichi in the back with an arrow. That should have been enough to stop him, since the arrow was coated with poison.
Okay, so the first, so I mean, I guess that did mean that... Well, I mean, we still don't necessarily know that Kaito was actually shot, per se. I mean, we know he was shot, but, like, I guess it... Well, no, because, I mean... So the non-poisoned arrow was in Kokichi. One poisoned arrow went into Kokichi's back. So I guess maybe she missed and accidentally hit Kaito?
The Strike 9 poison, correct? But why pick that particular poison?
Yeah, that is kind of odd. You think you'd want something like instant?
Some of the poisons in my lab were far more lethal.
I wanted Kokichi to confess his true intentions before he died,
Okay.
and find out why he was always lying and trying to confuse us.
I mean, you would think he'd be like, nah, fuck you, you just tried to kill me. I'm not telling you shit.
What do you mean?
If he was the mastermind, it would have been easier for him to hide in the shadows, right?
Unless she had like an antidote and she was gonna like say like, oh, this is an antidote, you won't die if you tell me the truth, and just be like, nah, that was lying.
He could have made it seem as if the late Junko was secretly behind this killing game. That way, he could reveal himself as the surprise mastermind to liven up the game. Because of his suspicious actions, anyone would already suspect him as the mastermind. Especially with that message in the courtyard. Kokichi said it was a hint, but was it necessary for him to go out of his way just for a hint?
Yeah. That's kind of, I mean, like, I've never really bought the idea that
As a
Kokichi's the
remnant of
mastermind.
despair, I imagine he wanted to feel the despair of his plan being thwarted.
I think that if he wanted the thrill, he would have carried out the plan carefully. So when his carefully laid out plan goes to waste, he would be in utter despair.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Maki must have wanted to hear it directly from Kokichi himself.
But it was pointless. I was a fool for thinking I could have a serious talk with him.
What are you talking about? Remnants of despair? What's that?
I mean, like, I honestly think Kokichi has no fucking clue, because I'm not entirely convinced the flashback light was, you know, accurate.
I don't understand anything you're saying. But anyway, why are you starting up the killing game when it should have ended? You already know it's all meaningless, and that I'm the mastermind. Do you love killing that much?
Shut up, you asshole! I realized it was pointless to continue the conversation, so I shot the final arrow.
And then did, like, Kaito jump in, or?
Then,
Okay, so that's...
what?
Kaito protected Kokichi?
So they are both dead, then.
Why? Why would Kaito protect Kokichi?
Because he's the real protagonist?
At that moment, my mind went blank. I knew I had to do something about the poison. I rushed to Shuichi's research lab for the antidote.
Okay, so that's why the antidotes were out.
So you didn't have the antidote with you at the time.
I used Strike 9 poison to torture Kokichi for info, but I planned to kill him from the start.
That's so mean!
But that was my first mistake. Because of that,
You what?
I ended up killing Kaito. When I returned with the antidote, the hangar shutter had been closed. I assumed it was Kokichi's doing, but because of that, I couldn't enter the hangar anymore.
Ah.
I needed to give Kaito the antidote somehow, so I went to the bathroom window. Kaito, can you hear me? Quick, drink this antidote! After calling out to him, I chucked the antidote through the bathroom window. Kaito noticed it and grabbed the antidote, but Kokichi stole it from him.
Oh, okay, okay.
Sorry, but I can't die here. Since I'm the mastermind of this killing game.
Wait! There's only one antidote!
Oh, you don't have to worry about Kaito. He fulfilled his dream, right?
I mean, we were in space for a little bit, apparently.
He already went to space.
Damn it!
Stop!
Phew, I feel so much better. I guess that's a wrap. Or maybe not. Because now another class trial is going to start.
Class trial?
You'll be the Blackened for this case, you know. The Blackened who killed Kaito.
So, I mean, her motives make more sense now. Now that we know Kokichi actually did live, and she killed Kaito.
Shut it! Screw the class trials. Like hell am I gonna let you have your way?
Kaito! Why did you protect Kokichi? If you didn't help him, then...
I couldn't help it. Even if it's Kokichi, I can't have you kill anybody.
What?
Aww, Kaito wasn't protecting me. He was protecting Maki. The situation just got way worse, huh? Maki is gonna become the Blackened responsible for killing you. All because you protected me!
Don't you worry, Makiro. I'm not gonna die that easily. Just leave it to me. I'll put an end to this killing game.
You're still full of energy, even like that. You really are not boring.
What?
I want to see what a dying Kaito can do. So, show me what you've got. I won't meddle with your plans.
What are you?
Don't mind me. Run, Makiro. Just hurry up and run. Run and live. You gotta live.
But I refused to give up. I tried to enter the hangar by breaking the control panel with my knife.
Okay, so that's that mystery.
In the end, I couldn't.
So that's where the marks on the control panel came from, huh?
But I mean, I guess my problem with the idea of sacrificing everyone to kill Kokichi is that, like, I mean, I kind of understand it, but, I mean, Kaito died to make her not a killer, and by going through with that plan to get us to pick the wrong person and kill ourselves, like, you're kind of going against Kaito's last wish.
After that, I returned to the bathroom window once more, but I didn't see anyone. The bathroom door was closed. I called out, but neither Kaito nor Kokichi answered. I couldn't do anything anymore. All I could do was leave. That's when I made up my mind. As the Blackened who killed Kaito, I would kill Kokichi during this class trial.
But, like, did you not listen to a word Kaito said?
In exchange for all of your lives.
So that's what happened.
Then Kokichi, knowing what he knew, still helped Maki cover up her crime?
Was that why you smushed Kaito in the hydraulic press?
Kaito wanted Maki to be spotless. As his friend, I felt obliged to help him.
How dare you make fun of him! You call yourself a friend? You enjoyed watching us suffer! You fucking asshole!
Ooh, Maki is so scary. Good thing I'm in this exisal. Pretty sure Maki would have already killed me if I was out there in the flesh. So, what are everyone's plans now?
So we split decision, right? Do we have enough people to do a split decision? So Kokichi obviously won't vote for either of them. So then there's 5 left. I don't think we could do it, right? Because let's say Maki votes for Kokichi, we vote for Kokichi, Tsumugi and Himiko vote for Maki. But then if Kokichi voted for Maki, then it wouldn't work.
With the truth out in the open, who are you guys gonna vote for? You can vote for me, but if you do, we'll all die together. Or vote for Maki and live. Well, choose whichever you want. I don't care either way.
Why? Why are you so calm? Your life depends on this too.
Then I'm still just like, I mean, the fact that they brought up that as an issue, as like a potential plot point out of nowhere, like the last chapter, the idea that if people are tied, they both die?
Who cares? Just choose already. Come on, who are you gonna vote for?
No, we can't vote yet.
But so,
We don't have the whole truth.
are we still missing anything? I don't know. I don't really know what we're
This case isn't over.
Huh?
I am still like a little like, I don't know if Kokichi's alive still.
Thank you for telling us everything, Maki. Thanks to you, I finally understand. There's another hidden truth within your testimony.
A hidden truth?
Yes, I'm positive. Because there's something wrong with the testimony you've given us.
Something wrong with the testimony. Let's kind of look through. Only visible word is poison. Yeah, we didn't find the antidote in the, I mean, I guess I could say maybe that's supposed to have poison antidote on there, but it's obstructed by the blood, so that maybe that is the antidote bottle. Because, I mean, the poison, she would have poisoned the arrows beforehand, so she wouldn't have necessarily brought it with her. I mean, we haven't actually used this evidence yet, but we don't necessarily always use every piece of evidence. And there is Kokichi's disappearance. Part of Maki's testimony that doesn't add up. Kaito protecting Kokichi, the control panel being damaged, Maki becoming the black, Kokichi drinking the antidote? Okay, no. I saw him do it, there's no doubt.
No.
Kaito protecting Kokichi. I mean, that kind of seems like something he would do. But it also does seem like a little far-fetched. Maki becoming the Blackened? No?
Oh no!
There's no doubt Kaito... Okay, I should have just gone for my gut, which... Well, control panel being damaged? It didn't really look like knife marks.
That's it!
That was like my first thought when she said
Maki
that.
said she used a knife to try to break the control panel and enter the hangar.
But I just kind of assumed it was like, oh, it's artistic license, the same way they had with the handcuffs, right, in chapter 2, where they wouldn't really have made marks that look like that. I thought that was maybe just an art thing, because I mean, where is it? That has the picture, because they don't look like anything you could make with a knife. Yeah, it doesn't actually have a close-up of it, but it was more like claw marks.
But that doesn't make sense, because there's an alarm system on the shutter.
Oh yeah! The alarm should have gone off if someone got close to the shutter.
I was too focused to notice at the time. But now that you mention it, it is odd.
Maybe the sensor just missed her.
Okay, so maybe she did use the knife. That's not the issue.
The security there isn't that sloppy.
I thought you had to actually stand in front of the hangar door. I thought you could approach the, yeah, I guess that does make sense that you wouldn't be able to approach it or you could just turn it off, but...
If a shady person got near the shutter, the alarm would have gone off without question.
And why didn't the alarm go off?
Like I told you, this isn't over. There's still a hidden truth to find.
That's right, there must be some kind of reason behind all these oddities. Finding that reason will help us find the hidden truth. Okay, I mean... We'll see. I mean, I kind of really like what they had done previously. You know, the idea that basically Maki accidentally killed Kaito and then we'd have to execute Maki to keep going on. Like, that'd be pretty fucked up. Which may still end up happening, but...
Hanger.
So, Hatch's electronic lock. I mean, I guess it could have been that, like, the other Electro Bomb was used by Kokichi to disable it for some reason? Crossbow. Is Electro Bomb an option?
I tried to destroy the control panel with my knife. At the time, the alarm system didn't go off.
Didn't go off.
But if you had approached the shutter,
You had approached the shutter.
the alarm would have activated with 100% certainty.
100%
Maybe it was
certainty.
just broken.
Can be disabled with the alarm remote. So maybe that?
Perhaps it was turned to a special setting?
Or maybe Maki is telling a lie. Did you really try to break the control panel with it?
I'm not going to tell any more lies.
Okay. It seemed like the alarm system itself was working properly, so what can we learn from
I
that?
did attempt to enter the hangar.
So it's either Electro Bomb, but no, because it couldn't be Electro Bomb because it said she couldn't, because then she would just be able to, well, no, the door, I don't know. Will the door remain locked, or? Because the Electro Bomb would just cause the alarm to go off, right? You would still have to access the computer and everything to open it?
And I tried to destroy the control panel with my knife. At the time, the alarm system didn't go off.
I'm gonna try and, because this one mentions the alarm thing.
The alarm with 100% certainty.
So let's try Electro Bomb on that. It should have gone off 100%. That's what Monokuma said we went together, right?
I was wrong!
Yeah, but like the remote, maybe.
I did attempt to enter the hangar. And I tried to destroy the control panel with my knife. At the time, the alarm system didn't go off.
But if you had approached the shutter, the alarm with 100% certainty.
That was my initial punch, but then mentioning the alarm remote, I thought maybe it could have been disabled from the other side.
There is a way to disable the alarm system. An electro bomb would take it down.
But Maki only had one bomb, and she used it during the raid this time.
So that was important, the idea that she took two and was secret about it.
Then the only other person who could have used one is Kokichi, right?
Oh yeah, or that. Which I think I even said that earlier,
Why
but...
would I use an electro bomb?
But I think it's that she had two.
I had no reason to shut off the alarm, right? I'd be at a disadvantage if I did that.
I guess so. I can't come up with a reason why Kokichi would want to cut the alarm.
But didn't Kokichi say he wanted, like he was helping Maki get away with it? You know what, the alarm system was neutralized. It had to be. Assuming, you know, Kokichi is A, still alive. In that case, then...
I've got it! Disabling the alarm system wasn't the real objective.
What?
Main objective of Kokichi using Electro Bomb was... keep Kibo away, disable the press's safety function? Would it have done that? Disable the remote control?
That's it!
So that would mean...
deactivate the safety function on the press.
So in that case, Kaito would still have been alive. The poison wouldn't have killed him yet. So Kokichi's the murderer?
Deactivate the safety function?
The electro bomb wouldn't have just taken down the alarm system. It also would have disabled the hydraulic press's safety function.
But like, okay, what does it actually say on the Electro Bomb? Interfere with waves, rendering electronic communication and sensors unusable. Okay. So it just messes with, like, waves and stuff.
That's true, but why would he do that?
There's only one reason that anyone would want to do that. But if I'm right, it means that we've been thinking about this all wrong.
All wrong.
But, like, why would Kokichi kill Kaito if he was gonna die anyway? What aspect of this case runs contrary to the new evidence? Kaito's cause of death.
That's it! Kaito's cause of death.
What?
If the electro bomb was used while Maki was trying to deliver the antidote, maybe Kaito didn't die by poison. It could be something else entirely.
Yes, the cause of death could now be...
This is it! The hydraulic press. Kaito could have been killed by the press after all.
But why?
What? He could have?
If the safety was off, the press could have crushed Kaito while he was still alive.
Right after I threw the antidote, I tried to open the shutter. So, Kaito should have still been alive.
And if he was crushed by the hydraulic press after that, then we have our cause of death.
But why?
If that's the case, it'd mean the one who killed Kaito wasn't Maki.
It would be whoever was operating the hydraulic press. Kokichi.
But why?
I see. Very impressive. The hydraulic press could have been the cause of death. But that's just a possibility.
And it makes way less sense than what we just originally established.
What do you mean?
And seems very convenient.
It's possible that I killed Kaito with the press, but there's no way to know. Kaito's death could have been either the poison arrow or the hydraulic press. Both causes are possible, but you'll never be able to determine it. No matter what.
No matter what?
That's not true. We can probably solve this mystery too. Right, Shuichi?
Is it really possible to determine Kaito's actual cause of death? I mean, it makes no sense for him. Like, why would he have used the electro bomb then? It doesn't. I mean, I don't know, man. It's frickin'. It's not possible. JK. Okay, it is not possible. Okay. We had HP to play around with.
I hate to admit it, but Kokichi is right. We have no way to prove the cause of death.
What did you say?
You can't check the body, and you don't have any conclusive evidence. You can't deduce any more from here on out. There's no way to know what happened. But I know, because I was actually involved.
So that's what you were trying to do. You were trying to commit an unsolvable murder.
This seems really dumb.
Do you finally get it? Yep, that was my plan. The gimmick of this murder case isn't the unknown victim, but rather the unknowable culprit.
But we've already done that.
No one understands but me. Only I know the answer.
And it was, I don't know, I like the way Chapter 5 of the last game did it way better. I mean, I really liked the idea of Maki, you know, accidentally killing Kaito and everything. Like, I thought that was really good, but this is worse.
There's no more room for deduction here. Choose the culprit with your own intuition.
Intuition?
Are you troubled? I'm sure robots don't have intuition, right? But there's nothing you can do about it. This is just how the trial goes. So, who is the culprit? Maki or me?
It's probably Rentaro, dude.
The heart-racing excitement as the blackened and the spotless face off. It's voting time!
I do still wonder if there's a way to engineer a split vote. Because, like, you know, Shuichi's gonna vote for Maki. If one other character votes for Maki, and the other two vote for Kokichi, that would be a split vote. So if we just vote for someone random, maybe Shuichi did it.
Hey, that's my line. I'm the one who decides when it's voting time.
Oh, come on. No one's gonna figure out the truth. Let's just vote already. This won't be a problem, right, Monokuma? Because you know who the culprit is, don't you? Just like you always do.
Huh? Yes, of course.
Yeah? What kind of a reaction is that?
Oh, maybe just whoever we vote for ends up being the... He'll just roll with it because he doesn't know?
The culprit, you say? Yes, of course I know.
Why do you seem so flustered?
Flustered? Me? What are you talking about?
What's going on with Monokuma right now?
Monokuma? Do you not know who the culprit is either?
Huh? Oh, what do you mean I don't know? What don't I know, huh?
Also, we're way over time.
What does this mean? Why doesn't Monokuma know who the culprit is?
Monokuma doesn't know who the culprit is either? Monokuma doesn't know. What does that tell us about this case? You know I had to do it to him. We'll find out next time. Oh boy. I'm excited. Kind of. I don't know. I mean, like, I really, really like the idea of having to, like, kind of sacrifice Maki, even though, like, it was a very interesting situation. I mean, on one hand, it kind of annoyed me because I do feel like Maki going through with that, like, completely shits all over Kaito's literal last wish, which was for Maki not to be a murderer. So that would have kind of annoyed me, but it was very interesting. Now, the idea that there might be a happy ending after all, and we get to kill Kokichi and Maki gets to live, depending on how it plays out. If that's what ends up happening, I will not like it as much. I'll go ahead and say that, but we'll see how it plays out. I'm Extra Cheesy 87. Stay tuned for the next part, and bye, guys.